Hello，歡迎翻到嚟南微蘭社。
我哋今日好特別喎，用 Zoom 嚟做呢個拍攝喎。Sam仔，我哋今日拍咩啊？
我哋咧今日就請咗一班嚟自 Zubin Foundation 啦嘅朋友仔上嚟同我哋傾下偈嘅。
係啦，咁我哋之前咧就喺 IG 度同大家收集咗一啲你哋對於南亞朋友仔嘅疑問啦。咁我哋今日就會一齊解答呢啲問題嘅。
咁好事不宜遲，依家快啲請佢哋上嚟啦。想你哋介紹下自己先啊。
My name's Roze, mixed Filipino-Pakistani. So I'm working now as a full-time secondary school teacher for a school mostly for ethnic minorities as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is Karthi. I'm 29 years old. I'm from India. I've been in Hong Kong for almost 15 years, and I'm currently doing my PhD in Hong Kong U.
Okay, so my name is Faisal. I was born in Pakistan and I moved to Hong Kong when I was 4 years old. And I finished my education in Hong Kong, and right now I'm working in a charity center.
咁大家好啦，咁我叫Faizan啦，咁我就都係巴基斯坦人嚟嘅，咁我就1歲過咗嚟香港，咁都係讀 local 學校，咁依家就喺一間社企做緊嘢。
咁我哋第一條問題就想問下你哋咧，即係依家大家都喺疫情受影響啦。咁我想問疫情對你哋嘅生活咧造成咗啲咩影響咧？
Since I'm a student, I'm still doing PhD. I have to, and I'm doing science, so I have to come to lab almost every day. Depends on what kind of experiments I'm doing. So for some time, it was actually bad because we're not allowed to come to the lab. So we had to take care of our samples. For example, we grow cells, so we had to take care of them quite regularly. If you don't take care of it, then all our work has been like whatever we have been doing for a month or something will be wasted. So it was really a struggle for me, but right now it's kind of okay because the university allows us to come to university on a daily basis.
咁我嗰間社企咧就即係主要成日都入學校做嘢嘅，因為有時要教中文班啊，或者去一啲culture tour 嘅，咁你帶啲學生或者老師去。咁其實依家呢兩樣嘢都取消晒啦，咁我哋社企都依家轉晒全部 online 形式去教佢哋，即係整啲 online 嗰啲 worksheet 啊，咁都係 send 俾啲學生咁去做。咁依家都轉晒 online version。
咁而家咧，因為疫情啦，我哋個個都要留喺屋企啦。咁你哋咧而家會喺屋企會做啲乜嘢啊
？Mainly, we're supposed to have online classes, but I think half of our students don't really attend the online classes. So yeah, that's one. And then during my free time, the workload has decreased a lot. But yeah, during my free time, I just mainly watch TV, spend time with my family, use my social media, and that's it. Yeah.
So mostly on weekends, I just stay at home or watch videos and stuff.
咁我都一樣啦，1至5都要返工嘅，咁所以因為冇 home office 啊，一開頭有 home office 嘅，不過依家開始都慢慢冇晒 home office 啦，咁1至5都要返工啦，跟住星期6日就可能自己做下運動喺屋企啊，或者喺屋企樓下自己一個做運動啊，或者喺 Netflix 嗰度有其他嘢做。
Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah.
In terms of food, I basically eat anything, and then I don't really have restrictions in terms of food, but I know that like some people with their religion and stuff, they might have certain restrictions. But at home, it's mainly a mix of Filipino, Pakistani, and Hong Kong food.
For us, we are Muslim, so we have to eat halal food. So mostly what I like eating no meat, no meat with Taana or some,
Yummy.
Yeah, this kind of stuff. And mostly Pakistani food, the most I like to eat.
因為有時好多嘢夾埋咧，所以我哋就如果食清真嘢食嗰啲都好少會食嘅。
I like to go out a lot, and me and my set of friends, we often go out. And I like to go to like places filled with nature. I like to go to the reservoirs, and then I go to the outlying islands, Cheng Chau, Peng Chau, those kind of areas, mostly on the beaches. So
咁我都係戶外運動比較多啲啦。咁除咗戶外運動之外，其實就去一啲可能，因為雖然我哋唔飲得酒嘅，因為我哋先即係穆斯林唔飲得酒啦，不過都可以去一次酒，同啲 friend 去酒吧，可能食下嘢有嘅。
So I actually play cricket very regularly. I play for the Saturday League, and in Hong Kong they don't have much facilities. Specifically in Hong Kong U, we have a ground in Hong Kong U itself, but they made it into more of a. It used to be just for cricket. Now they made it into a multifunctional sports facility where people can play baseball as well. So yeah, Hong Kong in HKU's court, that court is very small, and there are quite some facilities, but not much. Yeah.
I'm guessing your audience, they're mainly university students. So I think like the way to make some more friends is just like get into group projects with them, because that's how I made a lot of Chinese friends back in university. So try to do some group projects or go to classes together, sit beside them during class. And yeah, that's how like they can get to make friends. I know a lot of my Chinese friends, they were a bit shy because they think like they can't really speak English well, but actually we don't really care about that. Like I at least I don't notice it. Yeah, I mean maybe there are some who are not so friendly, but not everyone is the same. So yeah, just try to make friends. It's not as scary as they think it is. Yeah.
咁我就除咗呢啲之外，我覺得佢哋可以 join 一啲社區中心嘅活動啦。嗱，如果佢哋可能係大學生嘅，咁可能做義工或者做一啲文化交流嗰啲活動，咁其實佢哋去到嗰度，其實佢就會可以識到好多唔同嘅朋友啦。跟住除咗呢啲之外，可能有啲中意做運動嘅，咁其實你落到街喺街場打波啊又成咧，咁其實唔同族裔嘅一齊玩，其實打下就都做到朋友嘅。
I think like I'm not sure, it's just like an observation, but I think like Hong Kong can still, like our community can still improve in terms of having the ethnic minorities integrate with the local community. I feel like although Hong Kong is known as an international community, I mean, if you visit like Malaysia, you visit Singapore, you'll see there's a big difference. Like you see more like different communities there, like they integrate well. But if you look at Hong Kong, you can still see there is a little bit of a division between Hong Kong Chinese and Hong Kong ethnic minorities. You know what I mean? Like even the term ethnic minorities is so strong in Hong Kong, when many of us just see ourselves as Hong Kong people, you know. Like if you ask us where we're from, most of the time we'll just say we're from Hong Kong and originally from Pakistan, Philippines. But like we still have this label where we're just a minority instead of fully integrating. So I think that's one part where we have to tackle. I mean, it's not just the community, the government has to do a lot more as well. Like as you can see, like there are so many schools where people like us are studying instead of like just integrating. There, like for example, Faizan mentioned he went to a local school, right? But then for me, for Faisal, for Karthi, we went to an ethnic minority school. But then other cities, they try harder to integrate the local Chinese and then the local ethnic minorities together. So that's what we're lacking. For me, that's what I think.
So I would say that almost the same thing because I think in Hong Kong the integration is really really bad. Just like what Roze said, I would consider myself a Hong Konger than Indian. Well, ethnically I'm an Indian, but right now I don't even know if I would go back to India to stay the rest of my life. But I'd rather either stay in Hong Kong or go elsewhere. So even when I go for conferences outside, I represent myself as I'm a Hong Konger. I don't represent myself as an Indian. And so this is our way of thinking. But rather, obviously, there's a misunderstanding between both communities. Whether they treat us separately, they are different. We wanna just completely erase that kind of concept. So both sides has to work together. The government has to do a lot. At the same time, the people have to work together. So even though for people like the ethnic minority schools, the parents, they don't know much about, they're worried, what if we talk about ethnic minority designated schools, right? So the parents of South Asian communities, they'll go like, oh, let's not put them into local schools. And they will be struggling with Chinese. We can't teach Chinese, so they put them into designated schools. So we can't just blame the government for not doing this work, because our South Asian parents also feel that way. They will be better off at a designated school than in a local school. So that mindset, the ethnic minority should change that. At the same time, the locals should actually encourage the government or reaching out to ethnic minority parents or students to come to local schools, because only with integration a place or a community or a society can go forward. If not, without integration, it cannot go further. I think that's very important. So both sides has to work on that.
我覺得我哋每人都可以踏出一步啦。咁佢哋啱啱有講啦，咁其實就有好多因為唔了解而會出現咗一啲問題啦。其實因為依家有好多即係我哋巴基斯坦人啊或者印度人啊，咁其實都係香港出世嘅。咁其實佢哋都係香港人嚟嘅。咁其實我哋都係香港人嚟嘅。冇淨係即係label話佢哋係南亞裔，佢哋唔係香港人嚟嘅。咁佢哋係南亞裔。咁其實就有分別咯，呢個就。
So just like everybody said that we all should, do our own part. So even we should take one step, and even the locals should take a step. Like we should let them know that even we are friendly, we are helping, we are caring. So even they should, trust us and then try to communicate with us, so that we can create a better world.
And also, I think it's also important to remember, what they were saying, we're all different people. And then sometimes in the news, if you see some South Asian man, did a crime or something, and then people tend to have this stereotype. And I think it's, kind of dangerous, especially, in a society that claims to be international. We should remember that, even within a community, there are so many different people, right? I'm sure even, you as a group for your university project, all of you have different personalities. So it's just like us where, we might be a group of Filipinos, Pakistanis, Indian, Nepalese, but each of us have our own different personalities. So it's really important not to have this stereotype towards a certain group. Yeah. But other than that, Hong Kong people are great. Yeah, it's that's why I love Hong Kong so much. It's because people here are so considerate. So yeah, I mean, there's a good side to Hong Kong, but also we just need to integrate better as well.
咁我係小彬紀念基金會 Zubin Foundation 嘅 Matthew 啦。咁小彬紀念基金會係一個喺香港嘅慈善團體嚟嘅。咁我哋最主要咧就係做少數族裔嘅工作，咁就係幫助被邊緣化嘅少數族裔啦，同埋咧就為佢哋提供唔同方面嘅資源嘅。我哋最主要嘅服務咧就係俾少數族裔嘅婦女啦，以及係為佢哋提供唔同類型嘅服務嘅。咁當中就可能係包括揾工啦、教育嘅服務啦，亦都有好多關於心理治療啊同埋輔導方面嘅工作，我哋都會做嘅。咁我哋其中一個好主要嘅服務啦，或者我哋叫工作內容就係 乜嘢係香港人咧？Hong Kong 人係乜嘢咧？咁呢個就係我哋前年就搞咗一個舞台劇，就係揾咗唔同類型嘅人士啦，就喺一個話劇裏邊就講下少數族裔呢個群體佢哋究竟係香港人嘅定位係點嘅咧？我哋喺揾工嘅時間啦，喺日常生活嘅時間，可能佢哋會遇到啲乜嘢嘅機會啊，乜嘢嘅困難咧？咁我哋就希望以呢一啲嘅方式就去話俾大眾聽，香港人係唔係就淨係得華人呢個面孔咧？係咪會有其他嘅面向係我哋未睇到？我哋係咪應該都開放少少咧？呢一個就係我哋做緊嘅工作啦。
咁今日好多謝咁多位朋友仔接受我哋嘅interview 啦，咁就解答咗好多我哋網友上嘅一啲問題啦，亦都好多謝Zubin Foundation 嘅 Matthew 啦，同我哋介紹咗Zubin Foundation 嘅一啲introduction 啦，介紹咗佢哋活動啦，咁希望大家可以對 Zubin Foundation 呢個機構多咗好多了解嘅。咁我哋喺我哋嘅 description 下面咧會有佢嘅 link 啦。咁我哋今日都差唔多啦，咁希望大家可以了解多啲咗關於南亞裔嘅朋友仔嘅故事啦，咁亦都可以了解多啲一啲關於，亦都同時間喺香港關注緊呢個香港共融問題嘅一啲機構嘅一啲背景嘅。咁好，今日多謝晒。आँखों में तेरी अजब सी अदाएं हैं हो आँखों में तेरी अजब सी अदाएं हैं दिल को बना दे जो पतंग सांसें ये तेरी